Hey, it's Carrie, and it is time to talk about type. That's right, I'm here to show you all of the different type features that we have in the Project Life app. I'm going to do that by starting with a layout that's already been completed, just to keep things moving along. So I'm going to my library, tapping on the layout that I want to use, and we're opening that. To begin with, we're going to start with a journaling card. All of our journaling cards come with text boxes that are already formatted to the size and shape of the card. So if there happens to be an odd shape to the card, it has a rounded corner or whatever, the text box is already built to adjust for that, which makes it so easy to use. So when you tap on the pocket, it'll give you the option to add a photo or journaling card, just like it normally does. Here I've already got a journaling card entered or added to the page. And so I'm going to go ahead and tap on the icon that has the little box with the pencil. That is what is going to allow us to adjust the type on that card. When I tap on that, you can see just below the card, there is a row of features that are going to give us our different type options. Of course, before we can do that, we need to add our type to the card. I've already done that here by using the keyboard, but another way that you can enter type that is so fast and easy is by using the talk to type feature on your phone, which here is going to be Siri. To do that, you just tap on the microphone that is on the bottom row of the keyboard, and then you will talk what you want your journaling to say, and then you'll pause it. So here's an example. My kids just can't get enough of the beach! ! Look at that. My journaling has already been added. Now, sometimes Siri will misunderstand things, and so you might have to go in and make some adjustments. But for the most part, it is the fastest and easiest way that you can add journaling to your cards. So now that we have our journaling set, I'm going to show you all the different features in that bottom row so that you know how you can adjust the things that you've added to your journaling card. So starting on the left, you can see that there is a little color wheel. That's fairly intuitive to help you know that that is where we will adjust color. So when you tap on that, you'll have a row of different colors that pops up. What you'll notice is on the right-hand side, you'll have all of the different neutral type options, everywhere from black to white, and then a few shades of gray and a few shades of brown. Those are consistent no matter what journaling card you're using, because we love to give our customers those nice neutral options that will go with pretty much any collection. The additional colors you can see actually will change depending on the collection that you are using. So we have predetermined a selection of colors that coordinate beautifully with every collection that is in our app. And so when you are using a card, for example, here from the Kiwi edition, you will select the color and it will pull up only colors that are going to look beautiful with that collection. So to change color, all you would do then is tap on whatever color it is that you want to include in your layout. So easy. Once you've decided the color that you want, you'll hit the little arrow on the far left side and it will take you back out to your other font options. Okay, from there, we're going to move to the right and you'll see a little cursive F on the lower corner, and that is going to give you your different font options. Now, the app comes with 8 fonts already installed, but we offer more of them as additional purchases. The way that you would change your font, of course, is just to select which font it is that you want to use. If you're interested in purchasing an additional font, you simply tap on the More button on the side, and it will pull up the different fonts that we have available for purchase. You would buy those just like any other in-app purchase within the app. And once you've done that, when you come back out on your row of fonts, those additional fonts will also be included. So select the font that you want, and then once again, you'll tap on the arrow on the left-hand side, and you'll be brought back to the main list of features for adjusting your type. Next to the font selections, you'll see a capital A, which is where you will adjust the size of the font or the actual size of the characters. Now, what you'll see here is a font slider that goes from left to right to increase or decrease the size of the font. So you'll just put your finger on the dot and you'll slide left to right to adjust the size up or down. Now, this can be a little bit tricky at times to get exactly where you want. So the best way to do it is to find about the size that you want and then adjust it up by simply tapping on the number to the right side of the slider. So if I tap on it once, it'll adjust by 0.5. And then each time I tap, it will adjust an increase by another 0.5. Now, please note this will only adjust by increasing the number and not decreasing the number. So the best way to get exactly where you want is to adjust the slider up or down to as close to the number as you want, but keep it on the lower side, and then simply tap to adjust up to where you want it. Okay? Once you've done that, you will exit back out by clicking on that arrow. Another thing to note about the font size is that it does not necessarily correlate to the size that you would find in a word processing program. So for example, a 12 in the app is not necessarily a 12-point font, just for your reference. And one other note is that Becky has found that she likes to use a 9-sized font for almost all of her journaling. Our next option has 2 horizontal lines with a small dotted or dashed line in between them. This is where we will adjust the line spacing or the amount of space between each of the lines. It's also sometimes called leading, depending on the program that you're using. But again, we're working with a slider that starts at 0%, and then when you hold your finger down and slide to the right or left, you can see that that will increase or decrease the amount of space between the lines that you have. Once again, this is also able to be adjusted by simply tapping on the number to the right of the slider, and it will adjust again by 1% increases. Next, we've got a horizontal line with a couple of arrows pointing toward it, and this is where we select or change the vertical offset, or where within the text box your text is actually going to sit. So by default, the text automatically starts at the very top of the card and will fill in from there. But sometimes the amount of text that you have might be smaller and you don't necessarily want it to sit right at the top of the card. So the vertical offset can be adjusted to actually shift your entire block of text up or down on the card to fit exactly where you want it. Some people like to try and center it exactly in the card. Some people like to leave it just a little bit further from the top. That's completely up to you and easily changed by using the vertical offset option. The last thing that we're going to look at is on the far right, it shows 3 little lines, and that is where we will change the justification, or how your text sits in relation to the margins in the text box. We've got 4 options here, and the little icons actually show pretty well what that means for your text. So the first one shows the left justification, or everything pushed to the left side of the card. The next, of course, shows your text centered on the card. The next is the right alignment, or everything pushed off to the right side of the card. And the last option is full justification, which means that it will evenly space all of the characters on each line so that they fall from one margin to the next margin. So it will space those words accordingly. That's a lot of, in most cases, what you'll see anytime you look at a newspaper. Everything is fully justified from left to right. And so that is that option. Once you've finished making all of the adjustments to your type that you like and it looks just the way that you love it, go ahead and tap on the orange box on the far right-hand side with an X, and that will bring you out of the editing mode in that text box so that you can go about finishing up the rest of your page. Now, a couple things to note. Once you have selected a size for your font, the next time you add a journaling card, it will automatically be set to that same font size. The reason for that is because it makes it very easy to keep the size of your font consistent throughout your page, since most of our customers seem to like that. If that's not something that you love and you want to adjust the size of your font, again, you have all of those same editing functions every time that you are working in a text box. So you can adjust the size of that however you want. But if you adjust the size in one text box, it does not automatically adjust the size in all of your text boxes. So you would have to go through and make those individual changes. And then if you finish a journaling card, let's say with a size 19, the next journaling card you add will by default start at a size 19, and you would adjust accordingly. So just wanted to point that out to you. So there you have it. All the text options that we have in the Project Life app in one spot for making quick and easy adjustments to any journaling that you want to add to your pages.